are here, day 3 at the Sport Beach Festival. We have Leslie and Jennifer with Screenvision Media, and we're really excited to talk about cinema and specifically insights and measurement, what Screenvision Media can support. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. I'm excited to be here.
We are excited to have you. How is the experience at Cannes been so far?
Hot.
Very hot.
It's been amazing. I mean, just even hearing your panels,
Yeah.
I mean, everything that you're hearing, you're seeing thought leaders in the marketplace sharing all their insights. So I've just been trying to soak up as much as I can using my notes app, but it's just been a really magical experience, and it's my first time, so I'm so glad to be here.
We're excited to have you. This is our 3rd year, and we're really proud to keep making this bigger and better, and
Yes.
happy to host Screenvision Media. So let's just talk about some questions going on in your world and your business. Leslie, I'll start with you.
Yeah.
As we sit in the heart of creativity and entertainment in Cannes Sport Beach, and we have a number of entertainment options to continue, where does cinema stand in your viewpoint through the entertainment landscape, and how to stay relevant to consumers?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And just one of the things I've heard when we're talking about some of the trends that you've been picking up on all this week, I've heard culturally relevant. Brands want to be adjacent, or they want to be halo to the big cultural events that are happening throughout the year. And one thing that we can always say that we've been lucky with cinema is that we don't chase culture, we create it.
Yeah.
So if you just look at this Memorial Weekend, I always have to check the stats with Jen because she leads research, but it was our best Memorial Weekend ever, like in the history of cinema, with Lilo and Stitch, Mission Impossible, and then just even again where we fit. If you look at ratings, Jen always reminds me a rating is just a percentage. So like I looked at Sinners, like I don't know if you saw Sinners or Minecraft, like two of these big cultural phenomenons. Minecraft, if you look at Gen Z on 18 to 34, delivered a 17. So that's just 17%. So if you would have bought cinema that weekend, you would have reached 17% of 18 to 34-year-olds.
Okay.
Isn't that?
Yes.
So so we're really excited to share in it, and I feel like there is the perfect complement to sports too, because it's one of the last live viewing.
And I have to say, I'm excited for F1 to come out too.
Yes!
Right?
Oh, great. Yeah, we are too.
I saw June 25th.
Yep.
Yes?
I mean, Brad Pitt, I'll be there.
I know. Jennifer, for you, in terms of just, we talk about fragmented audiences and taking advantage of their attention. How do you see the role of cinema and sharing those viewing experiences more broadly?
Yeah, I mean, I think consumers today have so much access to content, it can be truly overwhelming. But that means the audiences are spread very thin over billions and billions of hours of content. I think what we really provide our audience and our brands who partner with us is a space where the community comes together because they value that shared viewing experience. So cinema's been around for 100 years. It's always dominated the entertainment landscape, and it continues to do so because people value the experience. Last year, 76% of the population saw at least one movie in the theater, 90% of Gen Z. So it's relevant, people still enjoy it, and they value that opportunity to come together versus the more siloed viewing that we see on, right? In one household, you might have 5 devices. Is that what you see at yours?
We were just talking about in prep for this of just, it's the human connection too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Getting out
absolutely.
instead of just sitting on the couch.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So, a build to that, as we talk about media and integration, where do we see cinema sit in terms of a media plan?
This is what I always say, and I'm so happy to be here because I feel like there is such true alignment with sports. So I always say we never want to stick out on a media plan. Cinema should be part of it, always on activation, because there's new content coming out every weekend. So I would say you have the lower funnel, you have your streaming, you have digital, but when you're looking to get that attention, that live viewing, you have sports, and then you have cinema now that can help reach that younger end of the target.
Yeah, that's a great connection. Let's talk a little bit about short and long-term trends in your view mind. How do you distinguish between short in terms of trends and then long-term of consumer behavior, especially when it comes to Gen Z and the alpha group?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I always think one of the short-term trends that I always found fascinating was coming out of COVID. Because, we work at a cinema company, you were reading the headlines, streaming is going to kill cinema. There's something new every weekend, in the press. And what we found when we came out is now streaming and cinema are some of our best partners. They're
Yeah.
one of our largest categories. So coming out of it, they do see the value in that younger audience because we're one of the last places that could deliver on that non-ad supported streaming platform where they can promote their shows. The same people that are willing to pay $15 for a movie ticket are willing to pay $15 to not see ads on streaming. So we realize we have a real shared audience. So I think that's been one of the short-term trends that I think is really interesting.
And I think cinema itself is just always trending. Every day when you
Yes.
read entertainment news, it's the movies are one of the most talked about things on social media and any entertainment media. People love talking about the movies because they become very emotionally invested in them,
Connected,
right?
yeah.
They're connected to the stories. A trailer drops 6 months before, and that emotional connection, starts building really early. So when they show up in our theaters, they are ready to lean in and engage and pay attention. And we really deliver the highest emotional engagement in media and highest attention in media to ads.
And we're sitting in Cannes, and a few weeks ago we had the film festival.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
iconic, right?
Yeah,
So we
and it was
talk about-
everywhere.
Right, and there was a lot of talk value about that.
Yeah, and when you talk about attention too with Gen Z, their average attention span is 6 seconds. Where on cinema, it's 26.
Out of
So
a
I mean, if
30-second
you
ad.
think about out of a 30-second ad,
fascinating.
isn't it?
Wow. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I just always love to say that cinema is always trending.
Yeah.
We have 140 plus curated titles per year, so we're not billions and billions of hours of content. We are, have a very selective group of content, something for everyone too. We have the large tent poles, right? We have the Minecrafts and the Sinners, but we also offer niche fandoms, the books to movies, the Academy Award-winning films. So we really offer something for every audience.
Let's build on a little bit more of this intersection of storytelling and audience immersion as we talked about, and specific media habits that evolve. How are you thinking, Jennifer, in terms of the impact of what this looks like in terms of modern measurement and your role in terms of insights?
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, sort of what everyone's talking about at Cannes is how do you stand out as a brand?
Yeah.
How do you emotionally connect with consumers? Because it's no longer enough to reach them. It's about how does a brand make you feel, right? So that's what drives purchase, is how you feel about a brand. And so brands are really going back to storytelling, right? They have to, because a consumer needs to feel something about a brand. And there's no better place to tell a brand story than on our screens.
Yeah.
So you can do that in 15 seconds. You can do it in 3 minutes on our screens. So it's just a really nice opportunity to bring that brand storytelling to life, coupled with the attention, coupled with the emotional engagement, and we're seeing real-world outcomes through all of our different measurement partners.
The storytelling, it's the challenge, which we're super happy to be a part of Sport Beach, is like, how do we tell the next story here? This is year 3, so in its infancy. So
Right.
I love
And I
that.
like too, I mean, we attended a few panels yesterday where some of the heads of agencies were talking about, take a step back. The consumer doesn't know if you're lower funnel, top
Right.
funnel. I watched this through CTV
Right.
or I got this ad through this. Like, take a step back, look at how you view your media, your habits, those around you,
Right.
how you consume it, to really deliver that audience in an engaged way versus sometimes you could get so bogged down in just, the numbers or the outputs.
Right. We love data.
Yes.
I know you do. Lastly, Jennifer, for you and just the partnership with People platform, I just wanted to touch on, like, how is that changing, and what can you provide to brands in terms of their real world experience in that relationship?
I mean, I always think for brands, they can be 100% confident in our measurement. We have
Right.
the best measurement in the marketplace because we start from the top down,
Okay.
right? We have box office tickets. We know exactly
It's
how
real
many
numbers.
people.
Yeah.
It's real numbers, right? We're not a small sample size estimating up.
Yeah.
We have no ad fraud, right? We could actually deliver what we say we're going to deliver to our advertisers. So it's been a great partnership with the People platform in terms of measurement, and we're kind of integrating now into more data systems. So we're taking our data and marrying it with other platforms to prove those real world outcomes, whether it's foot traffic or sales lift
Yeah.
or web lift. So it's been a great partnership.
Well, I thank you both. This has been
Thank
exciting.
you. Thank you for having us. This has been an amazing event.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it.